people who are not today, and those people that may want the recording. So I'm going to share my screen and we can get started. Now, guys, what I want as well, if you've got any questions throughout, please put your questions in. Peter is going to be checking the chat functionality so that we'll be able to get back to you if you have any questions. Also, if you want to speak to us offline, like privately as well, that's fine. We are happy to do that as well. Cool, right. Can I just check that you can all see my screen?
Sam is in now.
Good, thumbs up, brilliant. Okay, so I'll put everybody on mute and put your questions in the chat. Anything that you see. Now, if you see anything and you think, oh, I'm unsure about that, just write it down. You don't need to wait to the end. We'll answer your questions at the end. But if you think of anything, feel free to share it in the chat as we go along. So we put this on because I've been traveling out to Dubai. I actually go out to Dubai between 3 and 4 times a year. Initially, it was just because of work. And then I really love the culture and the lifestyle out there. So I've been going out there much more times than just for work. And I have a big network out there. And I just seen how my money can be stretched to be used further in Dubai. And I wanted to share these opportunities with you all as well. So this is why we thought we'd put this together, because I've been doing lots of social media around it. And just out of interest, let me know in the chat, are you here? How did you get here? How did you hear about this presentation? Just let me know in the chat. Let me know, was it social media? Was it email? Did someone tell you about it? How did you find out about today? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Email, okay, email. Evening, everyone, good. Social media, and directly from you, Michelle, yeah, that sounds like me. Hillary said social media, okay, brilliant, brilliant. My dear friend, Michelle. And is that me or is it another Michelle? WhatsApp, but brilliant, good. At least we know that this is working, right? It's working. Social media is definitely working. Right, guys, brilliant. Okay, so let me do some quick intros, and I'm going to keep this bit really, really quick. So some of you may know me, some of you may not know me at all, so I'll just do a very quick intro. So I live and reside in the UK, although I do travel back and forth to Dubai. I'm a property investor in the UK and also now in Dubai. I'm a leadership coach and trainer. I do leadership training for different organizations here and in Dubai, and we've just expanded to Saudi Arabia as well. I'm a public speaker, TEDx speaker. So I do all of those things. Peter is also on the line. He's my husband. Just in case people don't know, you can see us hugging here. We are husband and wife. Peter, would you like to quickly introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, so mine's not as glamorous as Michelle. So I'm not a TEDx talker. I'm not a public speaker, but I am interested very much in property and property investment in Dubai. My day job, what I've always been doing, is a software performance coach. And one of the things that kind of has driven me to Dubai is that I'm also looking for work out in Dubai. That's how much I like the country, UAE actually, and also the opportunities out there. Something that we've been talking as a family as well.
Good, good, good. So just wanted to put a face to the name. If you've not met Peter, that's who he is. But there's a third person who is part of the team, and the team is the Kingswood Realty team based in the UAE and also in the UK. Our third partner is Sam. I think Sam is on the line. Sam, could you do a quick introduction if you're here? Is he here? I can see you, Sam.
You're on mute, possibly.
Hello, guys.
I can hear you. Go for it, Sam. We can hear you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you guys were cutting out before. I'm not sure if I got an issue with the connection. Yeah, so my name is Sam. I'm based in Dubai. I've partnered up with Michelle, so part of my UK team. I've been in real estate myself for quite some time, and I live here in Dubai. I'm from Australia. I'm an investor, and I'm the founder of Kingswood Realty in Dubai.
Good. And that is Sam. So some of you will get to meet him and he can just tell you all about everything that's great about Dubai. So as I'd mentioned before, what we want to do is show you some more about Dubai in terms of some of the properties that we have. Some of them are off plan. That means they are in the stages of being built, and we want to show you them because you get better rates on these properties before they're built, which is always great. And we'll go through that. And we're also going to show you a couple of properties that are already built, which are ready to be moved in, ready for you to rent out, whatever you're looking for. We've got different properties for different budgets. So I don't want you to look at some of them and think, oh my God, Michelle, I do not have £430,000, just like that. We've got for different budgets, but we're just showing you the ones that are available now. And as the market, please stay on mute, everybody, as the market moves really quickly. So we want to show you what's available now. If you like what you see, then feel free to go ahead and purchase. If there's something you've seen, but you're thinking more probably Q1 of 2023, then let us know, because these properties, they get swept up very, very, very quickly. Now, as you know, Dubai is a brand by itself. It has one of the biggest tourist attractions. Everything is big in Dubai. You can make a lot of money in Dubai. Business is very fluid in Dubai as well. And this is how I've met so many people, because I just come up with an idea and they say, yeah, I love the idea, and they work. They are very much into collaboration as well. So my question for you, and let me know in the chat, do you want to make more money in 2023? Let me know in the chat. If that's a yes, maybe, or a no, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. I love it, love it, love it. Good. Love to see it. Of course. Why am I here? And are you considering investing in Dubai? So I want to know this, because I want to know the ones who will come because they're just very good supports for me and Pete. Or actually, are you considering investing in Dubai? Let me know in the chat. Where do you sit? Let's have a look. Good, that's fine. That's fine, Hilary. Brilliant. Yes, definitely an option. Nice one, Deborah. Both. Okay, brilliant. Selena, yes. Who else we got? Yes. Okay, brilliant. Okay. Good to hear. So your current situation now, you might have some money saved, but it's depreciating because of interest rates in the UK. These are just assumptions, yeah? You may be fit into one of them, you may not. It may be a different situation. Or it could be literally, you know you've got some money saved, but you're not too sure what properties to invest in, you don't know how to do it, all of those kind of things. Or you're considering investing in Dubai, but unsure of how it all works. So you might fit into one of those three camps. And because of that, you're losing value on your money. Your money's not making money for you. Now, we know with the rich and the wealthy, they know how to make money for them. And so that's what we want to show you here today. You may not have no real assets. I remember speaking to someone, she said, I've got like £300,000, Michelle. I want to invest it. I'm not too sure where to invest it. And I have no assets. And she has a family. So I said, why don't you invest it in property? And now I know there's lots of property investors here on this call, and they will tell you how you can get a good return on investment through investment in property. And we want to leave a legacy to our loved ones. It could be children, it could be, you might have family members. So this is why we want to up level in 2023 and beyond. And sometimes you know that there's good opportunities, but you're just speaking to the wrong people. Now, the amount of people that have told me, Michelle, I'm interested in this because you're interested in this, because I do my due diligence. And I can tell you that I've been over to Dubai many times and I have checked and double checked for you. And because I'm investing in Dubai, me and Pete, I've remortgaged a property so that I can use the money for investment in Dubai. So I'm doing all the hard work for you guys. So you know that when you're doing this, you can do this and feel secure and feel safe, that wherever you decide to spend your money, that you can feel safe in doing so. So where do you want to be? You want to be a successful investor. You don't want to just be you don't want to be working really, really, really hard for money. You want to know that if I invest in this, I can make an average of 20 to 50% on return on investment. This is a sure fact. If you decide to buy off plan, that's roughly what you're getting. If you want to flip it in the first year, you'll make 20%. But if you might hold it for 4 to 5 years, you make 50% on your money. 50%, guys. This is unheard of. It's not unheard of in the Arab areas, but in the UK, it really is. You may want to expand your property portfolio, 3 to 5 properties. You might even want more properties. It's totally up to you. And that's why we want to share this with you so you can make the decision yourself. So for me, it's about imagine the life that you really want for 2023 and beyond. We know that COVID took most of us out. And, some of us are still trying to find our feet, and we've got money saved in the bank. And I don't know how many of you have money saved in the bank and it's not making any money for you. The interest rates are not working out for you. So that's why we want to make sure that you're putting your money where it's going to make more money, so that you have more money and for your loved ones, that you can spend with people that you love, your family, your friends. You can take them out, you can take them away, you can take them in the holiday home in Dubai, whatever it is. So that's why we're putting this together. And how do you get here? By asking questions. Ask as many questions as you wish. We're not hiding anything from you. Be educated and informed. Anything you're unsure of, we are here to answer your questions and to learn about these opportunities. And that's why we've created this framework called the Dubai framework. Very clever. Dubai. We're talking about Dubai. So we created a framework. Actually, my husband did. Let me not take the glory. My husband created part of the framework. And so we're going to go through this now. So through each of these letters, we're going to be showing you some of the properties and the buildings that are out there that are ready. We're going to get you to understand the market and how to invest safely. So, Peter, are you there? Please come off mute. So I know you're there.
I'm here.
Awesome. So feel free, and Sam, if you can hear us, we'd love you to chip in, because Sam is on the ground. He sees it, he knows it. Sam, I want you to chip in. If there's anything that we might have missed off, please feel free to share. So over to you, Peter.
You forget your husband's name.
I know, sorry, almost.
All right, everybody. So Dubai itself is a brand. So one of the things you have to think about is that if you're investing in the brand Dubai. Why is that? So if you think about, when people think about Dubai, they'll mostly think about tourism, but it's the property market in Dubai is the one that brings in their most money. So it's the most protective of their industry, and it's considered, as I said, a safe city, or a safe UAE. So Dubai and Abu Dhabi, it's a safe. Michelle, are you tapping away?
Yes, I'm tapping for you to give you prompts.
How about this? I'll raise my little finger and then you can just tap. So another thing is that it's tax efficient as well. But I wanted to go back to the fact that Dubai as a brand is a safe place to invest. It's currently it's ranked something like second safest place to invest in the world. After the other one is Canada. Just to give you some background on that. The other areas of also is that the market is growing. So I believe that, I think there was something like 10,500 property deals done back in November 2022. That's a 52% increase in 2021. So again, when we say tax efficient, so there isn't like an annual tax on the property, but another area also is that I think if you tap on next, it's has a world-class infrastructure. So in other words, people can get around. It has a booming tourist market. Go on, Mish. I can't really see it. Go on. Okay, I'm gonna speak off the cuff because I don't really like reading. Okay, so one of the things about the destination, first of all, you have to understand is that, as I said, it is a great place to invest, and most importantly is that for those who might have doubts about investing in a foreign country, whereas you're investing in the UK, so this is where we come into it, so that we do a lot of the legwork, but we also do a lot of the due diligence, as Michelle kind of said. And Dubai itself is governed by the kind of like Dubai, kind of like government sort of thing within there, and the UAE government. So they actually really are very strict on the laws in the sense that they want to protect their brand. Do you want to move to the U? Okay. So one of the things about to understand is that we will actually show you, I'm just going to admit something, we will also show you and talk to you about how the Dubai property market actually moves. So it moves very differently. When we first invested, it was like it moved at a much faster pace than the UK. Maybe that's because there's less red tape. They're a little bit more relaxed, but not in a relaxed sense that you are going to be exposed to scams. So one of the things about the market, I'll give you an example here. So we had a property, something like had over, was it 82 flats? It's now like come out like 2 months ago, and we thought the deal was really good. It's now only about seven apartments left. Of course, other brokerage are dealing with that as well as us, but that's just to give you an example how fast the market can move, especially on the off plan as well as the buy to rent. Now the laws, we'll go through the laws, especially for, you'll probably be interested in laws for non-UAE residents as well. Non-UAE residents as well. So that's something that we will definitely go over with. And then there's a DLD. So DLD is the Dubai Land Department. So that's kind of the kind of area that governs the property area. And also you'll need to understand that all our property that we deal with is freehold. So I mean that you can get some leasehold, but we only deal with freehold properties.
And that's pretty good to note, because as you know, when it's freehold, you have 100% ownership. Sam, if you can hear us, could you explain a little bit more on the freehold and anything around the market that we need to know that we may have missed off?
Yeah, sure, I can hear you. Yeah, definitely. So freehold, I would say 80% of Dubai now is considered freehold. It's built for expats. It's a reason why a lot of expats are investing in Dubai. The fact that they own land, not just the property, they own the land on it. So that was a great initiative by the Dubai government, allowing more freehold land to be released to expats, to be able to invest comfortably and actually own part of the land.
Awesome, love that. Brilliant. And we just want to show you 3 of the properties that we have at the moment: Damac, Noble Towers, and Damac Paramount Towers. And just to give you, so anyone who's new to Dubai, there are a number of developers out there, but there's 3 top tier ones, I would say, top tier, and they are Damac, Emaar, and Soba. And there's other ones, but those are the 3 main ones. And actually, Emaar is partly owned by the government. So as you can imagine, they need to make sure that everything is above board, that buildings get made and or created in the time that they say it's being built. So we want to show you 2 off plans and 1 that's already been built. So I'm going to do this one, and I'd love for Sam and Peter to do the other 2. So this one is called Damac 1, The Lagoons. I really want to do this one because I love this one and I've seen it. and I'm bowled over. And this is one that I remortgaged a property for one of these. So they're 4 to 5 bed properties. And they're like luxury town villas. So think about more like a resort style community. So what you'll see is all these buildings around the edge. These are 4 to 5 bed properties. The ones that are on the corner, they're the 5 beds, they're corner plots. And they go for £430,000. We've done this all in GBP for you to make it easier. So think about it, £430,000, what you can get over there and what you can get £430 in the UK. Now, I've just bought a property in South London, and I think I paid, Michelle, don't lie, was it 400 or just under 400,000? It's a 1 bed. It's a 1 bed flat. It's one, and it's got a little balcony. It's on the fourth or fifth floor. It's got a little balcony, and it's a 1 bed. Now, with the same amount of money, just at £30,000 more, I can get a 4 to 5 bed, and I pay a 24% deposit, payment plan over a period of time, and it's a whole community. So what you can't see here, I've got a video on my social media, so feel free to go onto Instagram. You can see that the river runs right through, and there's walkways over from where you live straight to the floating cinema. There's restaurants, there's shops. It's like a whole city in a city. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Sam, is there anything else to add around this that I might have missed? Because I'm investing in this one as well.
Yeah, sure. So the price you mentioned was for the 4 bedrooms. The 5 bedrooms,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's approximately about £570,000. This project has been the best-selling project for the last 4 months in Dubai. It has been the #1 villa townhouse project. Any new clusters that they launch within a few weeks to a month, it's sold out. So lots of communities, lots of buyers from all over the world are investing in this particular community because it's one of the only communities that have villas that are waterfront, that have that large man-made lagoon. All the amenities you get with this type of project, you don't really get with any other locations in Dubai.
Right, good to know. Good to know, guys. Let me know before we get on to the next one. What do you think of this so far? Just let me know. Are you thinking, oh, this looks really good, that's a good price, or nah, it's still too steep? What are you thinking about with this one? Because I just want to find out of Damac 1, the lagoons, and the other 2, which ones do you guys prefer? So let me know in the chat. Let's have a look. How do they look inside? Do you know what? I don't have a video here, but I'm going to put it on my socials, Jeff, so you can see, because I actually took videos we went to the show house, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I will definitely share that with you. Let me know what you think. Awesome. Noble's Tower. Go for it, guys.
Can I just add you on the previous one? By the way, it's actually 6 bedrooms. There's another bedroom that's for the servant. I found it quite interesting, actually, by the way.
Noble's Tower, go for it, Pete.
Sure. Right, so this is Noble's Tower, which recently come and kind of like it's been going on hotcake. The developer on this one is called Tiger, and they started, well, haven't yet started building this, but the plan is to do this build and be completed by end of 2023. So they were doing 2 to 3 bedrooms, and they said the handover would be in 2023. So what's good about this one is that it is a 10% deposit, including the DLD, which is the registration fee, 4% registration fee, and then it's 1% monthly installment plan. Now, the prices here can start anywhere around, I think, the 400,000 mark, but you have to remember that it has a number of amenities, like a gym, infinity pool, a world-class kind of reception and cleaning service, and also it's located in Business Bay. So Business Bay is basically where a lot of the business happens, all the offices. So it's in a prime location. Think of Canary Wharf. The other thing is, in this particular deal that we liked and we was pushing before, is that because the property is going to be a handover in 2023, you could then start to rent it out thereafter and use that payment to pay your 1% monthly installment if you've got in now. At the moment, I'm not too sure how many there is left, but last I checked, there was about 7 left. But Sam can update me on that later on. But as I said, there are other deals that come through because the competition is quite strong. Okay.
And someone's just asked a really good question. So Sophia's just asked, oh, I just saw it. Is there a built-in service charge? Can we answer that question now, Sam?
Yes, yeah. So all property in Dubai has service charges, and each building will vary. Depends on the amenities of the building, the location of the building, and just there's quite a few variables that will, I guess, determine the service charges that you pay. It's paid once yearly, and again, it will vary from project to project.
Okay, and we've got another question here from Adnan. Where did I see it? What will the rental be? So let's for Nobles Tower. What is the likely rental based on other rental properties in the area?
Okay, so I'll answer that. So Nobles Tower is in a very, very strategic location in Business Bay. It's actually right next to this project, which I've invested in myself, called Paramount. Next door to Paramount, they're building the tallest residential tower in the world by Jacob & Co., if you know the luxury watch brand from New York. So they're building a tower right next door to Nobles Tower. The 2 bedrooms there are starting from 8 million dirhams for 2 bedrooms. So if you compare the price for Nobles and the other tower, Jacob & Co., then you're looking at a significant price difference in terms of pricing. The other thing as well with this tower is that you could expect on a short-term rental basis, a holiday home basis, around 20 to 25,000 per month. This is in dirhams, in Dubai dirhams, yeah. So this is the approximate rental yield that you can generate with a two-bedroom unit in Business Bay, which is a central location.
Brilliant, thank you. Adnan, does that answer your question? And Sophia, does that answer your question? You asked a question about the service charge. So guys, keep sending us questions in. You can
Michelle, do you want to put this in pounds so these guys can?
Okay, what did you say?
Yeah.
Let me.
So 20
Pete,
to 25,000. Yeah.
Pete, can you get your calculator up and do it in pounds?
Yeah.
Questions. Go for it, Sam.
Yeah. Next, you want to go next slide, or should we?
Yeah. Over to you, Sam.
Okay, so this is a ready property that's also in Business Bay. It's going to be right next door to Nobles Tower, which is currently being built. I've got 2 units in this tower myself. I bought in 2020. 1 bedroom approximately generates about 15,000 per month, which is about 3,300 pounds. Really good property. It's a service department. It's a super luxury. 1 segment of it is a hotel. 3 towers are residential. And it's got everything. You know, infinity pool. It's got a beautiful gym. Very high quality amenities. The fastest elevators. One of the fastest elevators in Dubai, actually, apart from Burj Khalifa. And they rent out 99% of the year. Really, like all of this year, it has been fully occupied due to the location and, you know, being in a luxury compound. This is where the desire for this kind of property, you know, comes in.
Awesome, awesome. Any questions about this one, guys? So we've seen 3, and I will send some more pictures out. I'll show you some videos of these as well. This one's already built, so I can send you that, and I can send you pictures and videos of the other 2 from the inside as well. Peter, over to you.
Can I just want to remind everyone, so we put this together and brought you some quick examples of what we have. Now, we do have more, and getting specific price points will be difficult because they fluctuate from different developers, different properties, and therefore it would be best if you want more breakdown of the prices when we have more, like we can catch up on a one-to-one call rather than on this call here. I think we can do that as well, so we are flexible.
And we've got another great question here. Is there a payment plan on Paramount Towers? Sam?
No. Ready property mostly have no payment plan. So you have two options. You either pay in full or you get a mortgage.
And can you explain what's the process like for getting a mortgage? Because actually I had two phone calls with somebody that I shared, and it might be worth sharing with those here in terms of what the mortgage process is like.
For Dubai, it's quite simple. If you're a non-resident, you can qualify for mortgage and you can get mortgage from a Dubai bank. The loan amount you can get is between 50 to 60% of the property value, depending on your financial situation, what's your monthly income, and what you're generating. But we do this all the time for international buyers. Yes, between 50 to 60% of the loan value.
Awesome. Brilliant. Thank you for that. I'm just making sure we answer everyone's questions. If I don't personally respond on here, we'll open it up. We've got 20 minutes left and we'll open it up so that you can definitely ask questions. Go for it, Pete.
Sam, I just want to say, in terms of when you purchase a property, let's say you purchase on a mortgage property, what is the lead time on that? What that you have on an average? To
get approved and ready to go?
Yes, with the mortgage and complete.
The process can take 4 weeks total. Mm-hmm. In general, it takes about 10 days to get pre-approval, and then after pre-approval, we go for approval to move forward with the property.
Okay, and in terms of like, if you are, let's say, investing in an off plan where like you go work with the investors and us rather than getting a mortgage, what's the lead time on that?
Sorry, can you rephrase your question again?
If you're investing, let's say, in an off plan directly with the investors and us, and not going through the mortgage route, how long is the lead time on that?
For off plan, it's immediate. So you can opt for a payment plan directly. You don't need to show any finances. You don't need to show anything. You can start right away.
So in other words, it could be done in 10 minutes.
Yes.
I knew that already. I just wanted to like emphasize that. By the way, there was a question here from Jeff, and just wanted to quickly ask. He said, the rental clients, are they Airbnb or business people? Is that to you, Sam?
So sorry, let me see that question again.
So Jeff is asking, the rental clients, are they Airbnb people or are they business people?
Look, rental costs, it's a big mix of people, to be honest. It's everything from corporates that come in for a conference for a few days, for a week, to young families visiting for a couple of weeks. So it varies. All my properties are on short-term rentals because I get very good yields with short-term rentals. And again, if I want to use the property myself, I can go in and use the property. So these are the advantages of putting it on short-term lease.
Brilliant. And just before you go on, Michelle, I wanted to emphasize that, and again, you can if you want go long-term and also short-term. So long-term is normally a year or more where they sign a contract, which what we normally know of in the UK, and I think the return on investment yield on that is something anywhere between like 7%, and then on short terms, it can go anywhere between 8 and 10% in your yield. So you actually get more on that. And part of our service at Kingswood is that we also do the service accommodation. So even if you buy to rent, you don't then need to find somebody else to do the service accommodation for you. We can do that for you as well.
Awesome. Good. While you're here, can you explain the off plan and all the rest of the questions? I'm going to take them all at the end so that we can make sure that everyone's questions get answered. So if you can explain the off plan.
Is everyone familiar with off plan? You can put your remarks in the comment section. I'm not sure, because I've talked to a few investors and they're not familiar with off plan properties.
Yeah, if you explain it, and so we're all on the same page, that'd be great.
Yeah, so off-plan properties are properties that are under construction. They're not built yet. So they're units that have been announced, or brand new units that a developer announced. It's a new project, and it's being constructed. Yeah, so that's off-plan. Now, the benefits with off-plan is a few things that we can do with off-plan. One, it's lower price into a development in a strategic location. So you can come in at a location like Business Bay, for example, which is a high demand location. You buy off plan, you're buying at a lower price point compared to something that's ready or something that's already built. So you take that advantage of the lower price points. So once it's ready, you get that capital appreciation for the property. So on completion. So that's one of the benefits for off plan. The other thing as well is you're going into a building that's brand new, that has new facilities. It may have better views. It may have, like a lot of good options that you get to pick, your unit, which floor it's on, what kind of view you're looking at. So then you have that preference of picking the right unit for yourself. And the other thing as well, obviously, is the fact that you have a payment plan. Whereas if you're buying a ready property, you need to either go for mortgage or have the full amount upfront. Whereas with off plan, you get to have a payment plan. And the good thing about the payment plan, it's interest free. So there's no interest on a payment plan that you pay. So there's no extra that you pay when it comes to having those payment plans. And again, it's a lower upfront cost, so you don't have to worry about forking out a big amount. You're looking at a deposit and then going on a payment plan, whether it's monthly or every quarter.
Awesome, brilliant. Guys, let me know in the chat, did you understand that before we move on to the next bit? Just put a yes in the chat, and we're coming back to all the questions towards the end, so that's not a problem. Just let me know, do you understand how off plan works? Thanks. Great. Good. How long are the payment plans? So Celine, I can quickly tell you that there's different ones. They could be 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years, probably even longer, but 3 or 5, yes. 3 to 5 years is.
We have ones that go for 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Selena, the good thing about it, you don't need to keep paying for 7 years. You might decide to flip it after 1 year or 2 years, and then you Correct. Take the capital appreciation, because the land that it's built on has value. So you get the capital appreciation of the land. Is that right? Did I say that right, Sam?
Correct, yes.
Sounded like a super expert there.
I sounded like a pro. I sounded like a pro. Brilliant. Awesome. Yeah, so let's go to assurances. So this is gonna this might actually answer some of the questions around protection of off plan. Once you're paying, how is it protected? So if Sam, just explain to that, that'd be great.
Okay.
Sure. So when you buy an off plan, you don't pay you don't pay us directly. You also don't pay the developer directly. You pay into an escrow account that the developer opens with a bank in Dubai, and then that escrow account is managed by the Dubai Land Department and the bank, ensuring that the developer delivers the project as they say, whether it's in the plan that they've proposed with the project, as well as the timeline and the time frame that they said they're going to develop in. So the developer can only borrow or pull money out of the escrow when they prove they've built to a certain stage. So if we're 50% into the project, they have to prove to the government that they've built 50% of the project to be able to withdraw that money to continue to build. So this makes it very, very safe when it comes to investing, knowing that whatever you invested in, they will 100% deliver. If not, the Dubai Land Department cancels the project and you get your money back.
Nice.
This is the law in Dubai. Whether you're a resident or non-resident, it applies for everyone.
Love that. Like that. Does that answer your question, guys? Let me know in the chat. Let me know if that's answered your question around protection on payment plans, because that's a big thing. It's a huge thing. So let me know. And Pete, I think you had a question. Thanks, guys. Keep letting me know in the chat so I know if what we're sharing is understandable. Pete, do you have a question to share?
No, I think Sam covered it perfectly, so there's no need for me to go over it again.
Okay, brilliant. And so we've got testimonials as well. Now, I wanted to share the video, but I couldn't get it working in time, guys. So I will send you all a link.
A question, explain escrow. Do you want to explain that, Peter, or should I do that?
Sure, let me go for it. So with the escrow, when you do, let's say you buy an off-plan, you invest in an off-plan property, the money that you do, it goes into an escrow account that is held by a Dubai bank. So therefore, the money does not go directly to the developer. The developer can therefore only take money out from the escrow for a small percentage if it's for either marketing or something like that, sales. But they have to prove they've either bought a certain amount of the land or they've built a certain amount. Now, if the developer wants to take more money out, then they have to then prove to the DLD, which is Dubai Land Department, that they've built a certain percentage. So it's anywhere from 20 to 40% before they can take some of the money out. This is brought in to protect investors, non-UAE investors like ourselves. So therefore, like I feel very comfortable that it's not only is it governed by the Dubai Land Department, it's also overseen by a Dubai bank.
Like
Okay.
it.
Does that help?
Does that help, Shalma? Can you just put a yes in the chat if it does, and then
But
we'll move on.
if it doesn't, we can always go over it again on a one-to-one basis.
A very easy definition of escrow is basically a middle person or a third party that guarantees both the buyer and the seller. That's basically a short summarized version of what an escrow is. So it's a safety for both buyer and seller, ensuring buyer gets his funds and the seller is also guaranteed for delivery. And same thing, yeah.
Awesome. So what I'll do is I will send the testimonials because they're on videos and it was just too much for the bandwidth. So I will send you some of the testimonials as well. So, and the last area is why it's best time to invest now, and then we can tell you a little bit more about the property tour. So Pete, if you could just explain why now is a good time to invest, that'd be great.
It's sunny over there and it's cold here. No, in essence,
Look at me in my polo neck to think this time last week I had nothing on.
Job's done.
Exactly. In essence, I gave a number of statistics, but in terms of the growth, people have asked me about the growth of Dubai. We've seen it; it's increasing year on year. The sales are going up, but also at the same time, they're not just building, but they're also building infrastructure. So that, like Michelle once said, that they got the biggest road, the tallest building. They're building the tallest residential tower in the world. And they're always improving their infrastructure as well. But one of the things for me is that if I want to go there, there's they look after the expat community very well.
Sam, is there anything being on the ground that we should be aware of and know?
Why when it comes to this question, why invest now? Look, there's many reasons. I'll start with a couple. First reason, the property market since 2020 has been on a steep incline. There's been so much demand for Dubai since the pandemic, and that's due to obviously issues in Europe, with the gas crisis and what's happening with the war. This obviously, increased taxes like places in Germany and other countries. So we're finding expats from all over Europe, US, Australia, moving their money out of their countries and putting it in Dubai, because it's, Dubai, you don't pay tax. There's no capital gains tax. There's no, there's no property tax that you pay on a yearly basis. So it's one of those investments where, again, you have more gains than loss, so that makes it a very strong market. And that's why the market's been going up for the last couple of years, quite strong. Me and Michelle, we've discussed properties that sell out in less than a few days. I'm talking about a whole project or a building sells out in 2 days, which is unheard of in anywhere else in the world. So the market here is just very different than other parts of the world. And it's one of those markets where you got to get in quick, find the right opportunity, and then make the best of it.
Awesome. Brilliant. Thank you for sharing that. So this leads really nicely into the tour. So you might have seen me talk about, would you like to come to Dubai with me? We're doing this like at the beginning of March before it gets too hot in Dubai. And so I want to share a bit of that, and then I want to open up for questions. So I've been writing down a few of your questions here so nobody will be missed off. So what we have and what we've got planned, and it depends on if you guys want to come, right? So you have seen some of the properties, but I can tell you this from now that there's nothing can beat actually seeing it. Now, not all of us need to go over to Dubai to see it. You may be in a position, Dubai, you understand how the market works, and you're interested, and it's something you want to do now. That's fine. We can support you on that. And for some of you, you might want to see it, and you might want to feel it and touch it and all of this great stuff. And I tell you, you'll be mind blown. So in this property tour, what we want to include for you is return economy flights. Part of what we do is we'll sort out your flights. You pay for them, guys, right? Just getting it right. You pay for it, but we'll sort you out. We'll get the best economy flights for you from the UK. And I'm assuming everybody here from the UK. If you're not, then let me know. If you're interested in coming, we can sort that out. So the tour includes return flights, 4 days, 3 nights. I hope I got this right, Sam. 4 days, 3 nights. 5-star hotel with breakfast, the property tour, and the yacht experience. So what we want to do, like, you'll fly in, you'll relax and rest. Obviously the day you come, and because at the moment they're 4 hours ahead, and then the day after you can chill out, and we will tell you all like the best places if you want to visit the mall, if you want to visit the Museum of the Future. We will give you all of the details. We'll help sort it out for you, so don't even worry about that, okay, guys? So you get to see and experience Dubai for yourself. We're going to put you in one of the top hotels. There's loads of hotels, so we'll sort out the best hotels for you. You make sure you are well fed, and then probably on the Sunday, possibly, that will be the tour. So we'll take you to the different locations so you can see, you can ask questions. All of that is all covered, and this is what me and Pete want to do for you. We want to put on a yacht experience for you, so you can just get to see the periphery of Dubai. And just enjoy it. So, question, how much do you think this is? Just let me know. But because we've got something special for you, let me know, how much do you think for this whole experience is? And we're going to look after you. So let me know. And if anyone knows me, you know that I don't do things by half. So let me know in the chat. I just want to see some figures. Let me see what's coming up. 1,002, couple of grand, 1,006, okay. Yeah, okay, all right. What is that, Jeff? What's that, 10,000? And Jeff's got money, people, Jeff's got money. 1,000, Choma, okay, all right. I'm loving it. Yes, Jeff, keep laughing because you look like you have money. So, look, it didn't even fly up as it was meant to fly. It's £2,000 for all of this. But guys, listen to this. Now, this is a good price for flights, and because it's high season as well, for flights, accommodation, 5-star with the yacht and all of that. So just as a reminder, what you will get if you invest, you get the tax efficiency, freehold ownership, mortgage friendly, interest free rates in terms of the payment plans, low deposit, although Rayanne will beg to differ, but it's anything from 10 to 24. It might be a bit more for some locations, and actually if you work with us, some of the locations I can get it down to 5%. There's lifetime investor visa, high rental incomes, prime locations, and access to the golden visa. We haven't spoken about that, but the golden visa is what Dubai is giving for anyone that invests a certain amount. I think it's 2 million dirhams. Pete, work out what 2 million dirhams is for me in GBP and put in the chat for me. You get a golden visa, which means you get a 10-year residency out in Dubai, which means you don't have to live in Dubai. You can fly up and down, but you get a residency there. That means you can set up a business out there. You can get an office space, telephones, everything. It gives you that liberty. So the golden visa is actually, it's been out for only a few years, but it's a very coveted visa to have out in Dubai. So you get access to that as well. These are the dates that we're thinking about, guys. So put that in your diary. Pete, what do you want to share?
By the way, the golden visa also is for you and your family.
Yes, yeah, it's for you and your family. So guys, if this sounds like this is something that you want to do, just let me know in the chat. Just put a yes or a maybe for the tour alone. A yes or a maybe. I don't want any no's in the chat, by the way. Just a yes or a maybe.
No negativity, yeah?
We don't do negativity here. Only clean energy, people. Only clean energy. Let me know in the chat. Well, actually, let me have a look as well. A maybe from Hillary. Yes, Wendy, let's do this. Michelle, don't give me no maybes, babes. Do not give me any maybes. Victor, I need you there. I need you there, guys.
Can I just say, add to that, those 4 days, well, certainly 3 days, you'll be chaperoned by myself and a world-renowned TEDx speaker. So you'll have access to Michelle on a daily basis, and she's going to be your chaperone, your guidance. And you know how much her time is. So that alone is worth it. So you want to sneak in any like sneaky little coaching calls for your charge? There you go.
Yeah, free coaching on the yacht. That's the dream, right? That's a dream. So guys, so this is by application only. So I'm going to go back to whatever you've said in the chat and reach out to you. But the great thing about this is a guarantee. If you come out with us in early March, and we look after you, you like what you see, and you want to invest, we will reimburse your entire trip. So the £2,000 we will reimburse for you. So it becomes a no-brainer. It becomes a no-brainer. So let me know again, do I get a yes or do I get a maybe? Do I get a yes or do I get a maybe? Let me know.
No more maybes, no more negativity, just yes.
Let me know in right, Wendy. They're definitely yes. Good. How do we get renters for the property? Oh, we're going to ask you.
This is what we do, and this is what we'll help you with.
Mm-hmm. So, guys, let me know in the chat, and I want to open up for questions. Yeah, so I've just put a few questions that you may be thinking about in there. Bolton days is literally, if you want to stay longer, you feel free to stay longer. We can help you with, if you don't want to stay in the 5-star accommodation and you want to stay somewhere else, we can sort that out for you as well. So don't worry about that. So I'm going to stop sharing for now. And I want to open up for questions. So let me first start with some of the questions that I saw earlier on. I think we covered the protection for the payment plan. That's been sorted. Mortgage. Sam, can you please reiterate what you said about the mortgage, please? How easy is it to do? How much mortgage can we get? Just quickly recap on that.
Yep, sure. So for non-UAE residents, they can get anywhere from 50 to 60% mortgage, depending on their financial situation. If they can show decent finances, if they can show bank statements showing income coming into their bank account, at least a 12 months bank statement, that would allow them to qualify. Also, the whole process takes about 4 weeks, but usually we'll do a pre-approval first, and then we move to the approval once we get the green light from the banks.
Brilliant. Love that. Hope that's answered your question, whoever asked that. There was another question that I saw in the chat earlier, because I think I missed it. What rights do non-UAE nationals have? So we're non-UAE. How will we be looked after? How do we make sure our rights are protected? Sam, if you could answer that, that'd be great.
So it's the same rights you have as a resident and a non-resident when you buy a property. So you buy property, it's freehold, it's in your name. Everything is everything is in your name. You don't have to the only difference you have is with the mortgage, how much you can actually borrow. With the mortgage, where if you're a resident, you can borrow up to 85%. If you're a non-resident, you can borrow up to 50 to 60%. But non-UAE residents are completely protected. Peter?
I'm still here.
Yeah. Do you want to take over the questions?
There was a question here that Serena Walker asked. What is the approximate 5 and 10% in GBP? Oh, okay. Is that that's 5% of is that of the property or deposit? I mean, do you want to just come off and ask that question, Serena? I'm not sure about that. Okay. Well, type it in when you're ready. So another one here, Sam. So somebody asked here, is the mortgage process similar to that of the UK? It's hard for Sam to really say it is, but it isn't. It's a bit more simpler, because Sam doesn't really know the UK market.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the UK market, but from what I know here, it's quite easy to get a mortgage here. So yeah, we've done it many times. We have our own in-house mortgage broker that can assist getting pre-approvals.
Yep.
So we do this as well as a free service. So we get you pre-approved for a property, and then we can move forward with a property.
So we do all the paperwork for you, all the legwork. There was another question I think Jeff had asked around. Do we have an in-house like a Dubai property lawyer at hand to access to?
Yes, so we use a third-party lawyer, but it's not necessary to have a lawyer in Dubai when you do property. So we do all the legal work with the developers directly, then everything is transparent. So it's not the typical real estate market like UK or Australia where you need a lawyer to sign off on papers. It's quite different here, so there's no need for lawyers.
So in terms of the question asked, in terms of UK market, the lawyers don't get their pound of flesh from you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. The UK, somebody takes a little nibble. There's another question here. What is the current mortgage rate percentage in Dubai? Last I checked was somewhere 2 point. Was it
3 to 4%?
Yeah,
it's still lower than the UK, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ryan's asked, what do the payments look like roughly over different terms, 1, 3, and 5 years? That's quite
varies to developer, project to project.
It's quite a tough one to answer, that one, only because different price allocations, different things that we punch into the calculation to give you I mean, we don't want to give you a figure, then you're going to use it as a generic thing to go over it. So
Well,
that
what
would be wrong with
what
us.
we can do though, Rayanne, is if we have a conversation with you, let us know what your budget is. And then from there, we can find a property with the right developer. Then we'll be able to answer that question so you can get a direct response. I think that will be helpful to you. Any other questions? Does anyone want to come off mute and ask any final questions? Go for it. Be brave enough if you've got something to say.
Michelle.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, who's that?
It's Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. Nice of you to be here.
Thank you. My question is, so thanks for the information. It's been really valuable. Do we have the option to have our own attorney, in spite of what was just being said, to peruse our documents prior to signing for our own comfort, accountability, and transparency?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Sam, can you speak on that? But yeah, from our experience, yeah.
Yes, of course.
Thank
Like
you.
you can definitely have your own attorney, no problem. The process for buying from a developer, usually you pay the deposit, then you get the SPA, which is a sales purchase agreement. And in the SPA, you basically get it's a sales contract outlining your rights to the property, your ownership of the property, and all the legalities around it. That usually is only issued after the deposit's paid. It's not issued before the deposit's paid. So there's just something for you guys to know.
Is that in the UK? Is that like the deed, the property deed?
Yeah.
No, title deed only
Mhm.
happens at the end.
The
Once
title deeds at the end. Yeah.
once you paid for the full property in full, then you have the title deed, which is the full ownership of the property.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like pretend I'm one of you guys. So, like,
Does that help, Wendy? Wendy, does that help?
It helped, but I'm just trying to understand if there's a way for us to peruse stuff prior to making the payment. Suppose I'm just speaking hypothetically and
go
being
for it.
real. Because so then what you're saying is you can make a deposit and then realize something doesn't fit with you and then you lose your deposit?
No, it doesn't work that way.
Okay.
To look, the terms of the property is outlined before you move forward with the deposit. So in terms of payment plan, you see the full structure of the payment plan. You see the floor plans of the property. So everything is done on a sales offer, which you can see
Right.
Everything about the property before you decide to move forward. Once you decide to move forward, they can only issue the SPA, which is a sales purchase agreement, after 24% paid. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Got it. Thank you.
Brilliant. I've
No
got
worries.
a few good questions that I definitely want to cover. This is
Can I
from
ask one? Can I ask one? So Rayanne asked, is there like a final balloon payment?
oh yeah.
Which one's to you, Sam?
A final balloon payment, as in like a big payment at the end.
At the end.
Yeah,
yes.
the UK love to do that.
It depends. No, most of the time, no, because you're making gradual payments to the developer, with it every month or every 3 months during construction all the way to the end. So no. So in some cases you can maybe make 50% during construction, but again, because Dubai market is very different than other markets, and that makes it a lot more safer than places like the UK or Australia where developers are going bust. It's because they're self-funding the projects, whereas with Dubai, you're funding it as an investor, and the developer can only withdraw money from the escrow once they prove that they've built to a certain level. So this is where both sides get the protection and knowing that the developer will deliver on their promise.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Sam. So we've got a few more questions. I'm going to take these questions in the chat and then I can see 2 hands up as well. So Selena asked, when purchasing off plan, am I assuming you start repayments while property is under construction. That's a yes. So no way to start to reap a return on investment through rental until the property is built. So basically she's asking, can she make any money while the property is being built?
You can if you flip the property. So the ways you can make money with off plan is you buy during construction, you sell on handover. This is a very common way of investors making money in Dubai. You can expect anywhere from 20 to 50% markup on your investment purely by flipping properties. And that obviously comes down to a few factors, making sure you're going into the right project, the right location, obviously going for the right unit with the right views. So there's a few elements that we look at for when it comes to a flip. So if your intention is to flip, is to do that. So this is where I would say the ROI comes from the flip, or it comes from the capital gains that you get from entering at a certain price point, and when it's ready, what the price point is once it's ready. So this is where you get the ROI.
Awesome. So I'm going to take 2 more questions. I'm conscious of time. I'm going to take 2 more questions from the chat and then the 2 hands up. So can we just confirm what the rental market is like in Dubai? Celine is saying that if lots of these properties are being built, is there enough people to rent them? So if we could just say something to that, and then we've got one other question in the chat.
Me or Pete?
Pete, either one.
I can answer that.
Go for it then.
Look, very easy. Dubai has grown by 1,000% in the last 10 years in terms of population growth. So, and it's constantly going up. Every year we have 300,000 new residents moving to Dubai and living in Dubai. So, Dubai being vacant, that's very, very, very unlikely. Dubai is always busy. Dubai has been the busiest city during the pandemic. It's the #1 city in the world when it comes to Airbnb. So it sells itself.
Awesome, brilliant, thank you. One last question from the chat, and then I'll take the 2, and then we'll round up, we'll finish off. So can you cover the renters question? How are renters secured? And Serena, do you want to explain what you mean by that? If you're still here.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, go for it.
Hello.
Just explain that very quickly for us.
Sure. Thanks so much for putting this together, Michelle and Peter and Sam. So earlier, I think I posed that question, and Sam or Michelle, you said we will get back to it because you said you cover that. So I'd like to know what you mean. So if you buy off plan, or you buy a property that's already constructed and available, who is responsible for getting those individuals to rent it, either short term, long term? How do we go about that?
I can answer that question if you don't mind. Yes, so we part of our company, we offer a short-term rental service. So if you don't live in Dubai and you want to rent out your place, we take care of that. So we get you tenants, we market your property on all the booking portals like Airbnb, booking.com, all the top travel sites, we market it. We manage your clients, we do all the check-in, check-out, cleaning and all that. So my team takes care of all that. And we only take a percentage of the revenue from the monthly revenue that we get. So it's usually 20% we take.
Yeah, brilliant. I think that's answered the question and your secondary question there. Brilliant. Okay, so I think I saw Sophia's hand, and then we'll go to Adnan. Sophia, do you want to come off mute if you're available?
You're welcome.
Hi everyone, thanks for the presentation, Pete, Michelle and Sam. It was really good. I just wanted to go for the back of the balloon payment and saying that when you're looking at doing any property purchase, you can do your own balloon, arrange your own balloon payment. but it's always wise to leave the investment running the way it is. So you can do your own balloon payment, but I would always suggest leaving the investment as is, so you're paying on the monthly installments. That way you know where your money's going.
Yep, I agree.
Brilliant. Thank you for that, Sophia.
Welcome.
And appreciate that, because Sophia's in property, she's an investor, she knows what she's talking about. So wise words, wise words. Adnan, a question from you, and I think
500. Yep. Hi guys. Yeah, just a quick thing about the golden visa. How does that work? So, how long is the golden visa for? And once when it sort of finishes, what do they renew it on a kind of a yearly basis, or how does it work if you buy a freehold property?
Yeah, okay, sure. I'll answer that question. So the golden visa is a 10 years residency visa that's renewable every 10 years. You're required to invest at least 2 million dirhams, or the equivalent of that in UK pounds. That also extends to immediate family. So whether it's you, if you have a wife and a kid, so that applies to that. Or if you're single, it's you, your mom and dad that can qualify for it. It's renewable, as I mentioned, yeah, every 10 years. And that could be ongoing for quite some time. Now, the good thing about it as well, that's recently been introduced by the Dubai government, is that you don't need to pay the whole 2 million to qualify for it. You can pay a deposit on an off-plan property, for example, 24%, and then you immediately qualify for the golden visa. So you can start the process of the golden visa while you're paying off the property.
Right. And what benefits do you get with a golden visa?
You become a tax resident in Dubai, being a resident in Dubai for tax purposes. So, if the money stays here, for example, if you're getting rent from Dubai, the money stays in Dubai, you're not getting taxed on it. Other benefits, opening up bank accounts, whether it's business accounts, personal accounts, options to have your family move with you to Dubai, ability to rent property on a yearly basis. So you can have like a yearly basis rental agreements, whereas if you're a non-resident, you can't get that. There's lots of benefits, really. Yeah. And then obviously borrowing from the banks as well. So you can borrow up to 80% once you become a resident of the UAE.
Right. And sorry, last question. How does the health kind of thing work out there? So, obviously we have like the NHS over here. How does it work out over there?
So there's many different health insurance providers. So you can opt for whatever plan that that you're comfortable with.
awesome.
Answers your question?
Excellent. Thanks. That's it. Thanks. That's from me.
Yeah.
Thanks,
No
Adnan.
problem.
So guys, listen, if you've got more questions, you can send them to me by email, because I think an email went out to everyone today. So feel free to drop me an email or send me a DM on social media, and I can make sure that the rest of your questions get answered. I'm just conscious of your time. I want to respect you. And it must be about like 1 o'clock in Dubai for Sam. So I'm just really aware. So guys, let me know in the chat, how was today's presentation? Are you a bit more clearer? Are you a bit more closer to wanting to invest in Dubai? Let me know in the chat, so we know we didn't waste your time for an hour and a half. So let me know in the chat functionality. How is it all sounding to you? Do you feel like, yeah, there's some merit in there? I think I can do this. Yes, Hillary, exciting. And the fact that I spoke to you today and you're thinking, oh, should I come on or not? Now I'm glad you came on. You're going to so me, is that for me, Selena? Am I planning to live in Dubai? Well, I'm not planning to live in Dubai, but I'm planning to spend at least 6 months out there and 6 months in the UK. So definitely. So you could call that living. I guess you could call that living.
Can I just add, with her family?
Yes, with my family, my husband and my daughter. And my daughter's into property as well. She's only 17, but she's very much into property. So guys, thank you so much. I am going to reach out to those people who said maybe and yes, just to have, if we need to have a deeper conversation, or because what we want to do with the tour, we want to book that pretty soon. So if you're very much interested, and like we said, we'll reimburse everything. Once you've seen what you like, we will reimburse everything for you. So you're not losing out at all. You're not losing out. So, but if you're very much interested in that, you've got to let me know, because we need to book everything and as soon as possible for you on that. So definitely send me a message. But I think we're done, guys. I think we're done. Anything else from you, Sam, before we close?
Can I just add?
Yeah, so
Hold on,
when it comes to the property tour, yeah, so basically we just want to make sure that like everyone that wants to come to Dubai, they're welcome to come to Dubai. You can also welcome to come on the package, and you don't have to feel that you need to come to invest. This could be an option for you to come in and enjoy Dubai, get an idea about the property market, and this may make you feel a lot more comfortable with the investment. And the other thing as well, with this kind of tours that we do, they have to be pre-booked well in advance to make sure, one, you book a slot, two, we can actually guarantee those price points. So this is something that we'll have to get you guys on board quite quickly to make sure we got all the numbers in and everything is done accordingly. Peter, you can take it away.
So just before we end, everybody, we realize this is quite a, there's a lot of areas to cover, and there was probably a lot more detail you would have liked. So we put this on a pretty short notice, so do bear with us. And so that we're going to put on another webinar that details only off plan and details buy to rent, and therefore we can go deep into the details. But in the meantime, if you are unable to come to November, do email us and we can probably go through that, maybe have a one-to-one if you would like that as well. So there's always options. We're very flexible, but just understand it's also December.
Yes. So, and if anyone books, let's put it this way, if anyone books within 48 hours, I'm going to take the hit for this because I haven't really discussed it. I want to reduce it to 1,800. Yeah. So if you book within 48 hours, and I know it's £200, but £200 you can spend on something else, right? So if you book within 48 hours, that means having, getting in my inbox and saying, yeah, you're interested, then yes, we'll give it to you for 1,800. Yeah, that's better, isn't it, Rayanne? Now you can come. Brilliant. Guys, thank you so much. Much love to you all. It's been a pleasure seeing you. So many familiar faces and new people in the room that I've never met before. It's been an honor and a privilege from myself and my husband, Peter, and my business partner, Sam. Thank you so much, guys. Get in my inbox, get in my DMs. This is the only time you can slide in. Go for it, guys. And it's been an honor serving you today. Much love, guys. Take care.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Liz, Lindy, Celestina. Good to have you here. Javetta, Victor, nice to have you. See you later.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for joining.